Hi guys, welcome to Sunday's bike ride out. I'm actually doing it on a Sunday, but thought I'd premiere it on an evening. See if I can get some British subscribers to watch along. Doing it all in the morning, they're all asleep. So hopefully you've joined us, Jala, Michael. It's a nice day, sunshine a little bit, but still cool. I'm going across the ridge down here. You'll get to see all the fields filled with water, which looks quite impressive with the reflection of the trees and no clouds really. But it gives a different outlook to what life in the village is like at different parts of the year. It's lovely. Lovely day. All the buffalo and cows are out in the fields, and also the capital egrets, the white birds that you see flying that tend to follow the cows and the buffalo to pick up insects. You see a load of them there now. You might be able to see them out there, because there's a tractor ploughing the fields again. I think that's my neighbour whose son got married a few days ago. What a time that was, really good. I think all in all I did 11 videos. Some of them were shorts, some of them were live streams that stopped. But I did do a 2-hour full video of the whole wedding on the day, so do check it out. I may do a shortened version so you can see it in like 10-15 minutes instead of 2 hours, but it's there if you want to have a look. So I've got an idea of a video using the drone. It's going to be over the course of the rice season, and I'm going to film from one end of the rice field to the other, but do it in stages, like week 1, week 2, so like it'll drive back from the edge, it'll show you the water, and then as it pulls back it'll grow into week 1, week 2, week 3. So hopefully that'll be quite a cool video. May not be exactly how I want it, but then again, none of them the videos are. Flag's gone, bunting's gone, so they only put that big flag up for Christmas, it seems. So I'm not quite decided what I'll do today. Let's see what happens. I won't end up on the main road again. As it's a nice day, I thought I'd go down by the river at certain points, obviously, and give you a view of the reflections in the water in the rice field, which is pretty cool. Looks like he's riding a new bike there. It's pretty warm today, actually. I'll ride on the wrong side of the road just so you can see the river. Pretty quiet, it's around midday now, so most people are eating lunch. Sounds like it's midday. The bells are going on the church. So maybe some of these routes are pretty similar, but it does get us all a chance to have a chat about things on a premiere. I know a lot of you like that. This is a different time again for you, Thomas and Joanne, David. You may not be involved this week, but there's a guy doing the mobile plough. Always smiling. What a, you know, it's a pretty shitty job. But he's smiling away, you know. That's the thing about Vietnamese. Even though they're hard at work, they still manage to smile. Some obviously. Just it's like any country, I suppose, but you've got a higher percentage of people that smile here. You do get some people that miserable buggers. Me included. I got the right cob on yesterday. Thomas, I apologise, mate. I didn't mean anything to you. I was just suddenly turned into a bad mood, and I cut the video short. I just couldn't be chewed. For you as you weren't there's a guy who joined us. I think he was joking, but he was talking about dog meat and stuff like that, so it wasn't ideal. But yeah, I got a cob on, and Ginger wasn't playing ball. Swore at her as well, which isn't on. So I cut short the video and didn't keep it public. Just left it. Bloody hell, look at the size of that flag. That's a new flag, isn't it? My old beer hoy. Hey. Hello. I will go down that way, but I'll end up getting lost, and I don't have that much of a memory card for this now. It's only about an hour and 13 minutes, so I didn't want to bore the hell out of you. But I can stop and start it, but sometimes stopping it I think I've stopped it, and then I go to start it again, and I've actually stopped it. So I end up either filming what I didn't want to film and not filming what I wanted to film. Yeah. Well, today's first day I've done any exercise, because yesterday was sort of recovery. It wasn't the beer or rice wine that I was drinking, it was the food. I get total protein overload because a lot of it is meat, Vietnamese food. I mean, there was a little bit of seafood like shrimp and squid, but there was beef, pork, chicken. Oh man, the banh mi sot vang. Oh, that's a beautiful dish. And I had a lot of that and a lot of bread, and the bread was very heavy. And I don't think they whipped that up too much. They just wasn't light and fluffy like my bread buns. It was very heavy, but still went down a treat. Beautiful food. But yeah, I ate far too much. And would you believe it? I think I mentioned it, but there is a wedding this coming Saturday and Sunday. But one of Nat's cousins on her mother's side came round yesterday to invite us to another wedding, same days. Bloody hell. So we've got two weddings, so we're gonna split up. Nat will go with her sister Nun to her cousin's wedding. I did say I'd go, but then I realised there's got to be one of us here because we've got the baby and Will, so she'll go there with her because they won't drink, so they can ride the bike there and back, whereas I obviously would have a couple of jars, a couple of rice wines, not many now. I explained this yesterday on my live stream, but you probably didn't see it because there wasn't many of you online, so I'll tell you about that in a second. But basically we've got a wedding about 4 doors down who is kind of family, so one of us has to represent. And you give a card, like an envelope with money in it. They say help pay for the food, because man did I have some food the last few days, and beers. Rice wine's cheap, but all mounts up. So basically we stick 500,000 in an envelope, and that was for the neighbour, the young lads. So we do actually pay towards the food. And I did get a comment on one of my videos, YouTuber taking advantage to poor, disadvantaged Vietnamese at a wedding. Well, how many of you pay for a wedding back home? But they do here, so you pay for it eventually. So wedding season can be an expensive do. So I'll represent the family here in the village when I can, because Nat will go and do a little bit. She won't do the whole thing. 2 days are out, she'll just go for bits and bobs. And when she's back, she'll look after Leah, where I'll go and enjoy the food there at the neighbours. So I'm not sure I'll bother filming it, to be honest. There's a lot of work that was. I might just do small segments like the food. Just do a detailed run through the food. What does that sound like to you guys? Write a comment below. So yeah, I've got 2 weddings to go to, and basically what I'm doing now, after I had a bad episode at a wedding a month ago. I now don't cham the rice wine, which means downing one. I just do a little sip per person. In fact, I probably only had about 2 rice wine in the 2 days, maybe 3. Actually, I downed a couple with the groom and the groom's father. So I probably had 3 rice wine. 4 over 2 days probably, so not too bad. It's dangerous stuff, to be honest. And it did actually kill her father, Nat's father. He didn't stop drinking, and he had issues inside, and it killed him off. So you can it's understandable that Nat doesn't want me drinking it. So yeah, rice wine, although sounds big and clever, it's not really. It's dangerous stuff. So I just stick to beers. And even when the old blokes want you to drink a full one, I just say politely no. If they keep asking me, I'll just say no. Not so politely. So yeah, that's new changes. Now, we'll see how long that lasts when my brother-in-law comes home. But again, you just take a sip and spread it out over the whole day. It's not a problem. Just have a couple of cups, and they're small cups, so. But my brother's Zio rice wine is actually tasty, so that becomes a problem. That reminds me of my time in Germany when I lived there. My brothers came out to visit me, and our Liam came out first and sampled the Hefeweizen beer, which is quite a fruity drink, beer. Beautiful, really tasty. And then the middle brother, his older brother, came out and started necking it like it was lemonade. Well, our Liam would take the piss out of Ben for that, because we lost him. He got kicked out of a pub, and also, oh man, what a laugh. So anyway, fruity drinks, dangerous. Oh, it's nice and warm. Actually, that's a nice and warm. I was just, bloody hell, it's boiling hot. Quite a few people out today. I think Sundays they may be more active, unlike ours are fairly quiet. Okay. Well, for those of you that know, I'm doing another channel. I won't mention it because I wanted to keep it quite secret. There's only a couple of you that know. It's only been going a couple of months. It's got more views, more subscribers than Vietnam Village Life, so quite disappointing for Village Life. If another channel can overtake it in 2 months, shows you that I'm doing something wrong. Wrong content, thumbnails or titles. But as I said in my live stream yesterday, which most of you didn't see, if you could just get your mates, family to subscribe, even if they don't watch it, just to get me over that 1,000, that I can start to earn a dollar from a video. And the dollar isn't for me, it's for the channel. I don't need a dollar. But I don't want to be, I'm a businessman really. I've got my fingers in a couple of pies here and there, and I'd like to see my money work for me. Paying for a channel that doesn't get any return, it sort of eats into me. I don't like it. So anything that can generate an income from it, or anything that can give an income towards the channel, is good. I don't mean donations. I don't want donations, although I do thank you for donations in the past. This $1 or $1.50 I think I'll make with videos that even if you get to 1,000 views, you make about 50 cents, which is about, what's that, about 12,000 dong. So it'll take a couple of videos to pay for a soup, and that's what I want to do. I want to go out and show you local dishes, but I won't be doing it until I get monetized. Sorry folks. I will do it so that you get to see what people eat. It's all breakfast mainly, because Nat said to me they don't serve lunch. They all eat at home or whatever. So I could go into not so local areas and maybe go into like a town and see what they've got there for lunch. But of course that's going to take fuel as well, so I certainly won't be doing it until I'm monetized. So if you can, just get 1 or 2 mates of your own to subscribe and get them to ask their mates to subscribe. We should be at 1,000 no problem, and then you can get better content. Sounds like a bribe, doesn't it? Well, whatever, you know, either it happens or it doesn't happen. I'm not going to worry about it. Initially I thought I've got to try and earn some money through YouTube, and I realised it's impossible unless you got millions of views. You certainly can't make any money through a few hundred views. So I changed my direction on that ages ago, but if it can work, then okay. Okay, enough of that. Oof, bloody hell. Feels hot now. Glad I put my hat on. So what's happening in your countries? I hear Australia and UK have gone mental with new cases. So is it the end of the pandemic and the beginning of an endemic? Is Omicron the light at the end of the tunnel? Are we in for another year, rough year? Don't give me much room there. People fishing. Oh! It's been a while since we've had a sunny day for bike riding, isn't it? Overcast. The last few ones, 3 trips I think. I think the last one did turn out sunny at the end, but You see all the fields here all filled with water as well. This side of the area is usually first to start planting. I don't think they're going to start planting before Tet though. That's in that starts around about 28th. I think 28th, 29th. I think the 1st of February is the actual New Year's Day. Tet New Year's Day. 31st is New Year's Eve. But people start to go home. I think most people, a lot of people have already got home, so they can spend the time in isolation, so they don't have to worry about it when the time comes to party. That's what I'm seeing in the news anyway. So if you're still with us, guys, thank you very much. The next bunch of videos really will be the Tet holidays. So I did say I would do like a vlog style, show you what I'm doing each day, but I'll see if that's doable or not. But do stay tuned, stay subscribed, because you will get some great videos of kumquat orchard, going to buy a kumquat tree, going to buy a peach blossom tree. Nat really wants a peach blossom tree in the house. Food, and also some religious days like Kitchen God Day and things like that. So it's definitely going to be worth watching for some of you. The road's a bit rough. Beautiful around here, this lake here, pond, whatever. Banana trees around it. It's been raining last night, so it could be quite boggy. So do stay tuned, you might see an accident. Hopefully not, like. It'll keep you going to the end. See me go ass over tit on a bike. Because there is one track down here that's narrowed a lot. And if that's slippy, I'm going down if I don't get it right. Don't forget to hit like, guys. Need more likes. Helps the channel. Oh, don't like that. Bunches of branches together, you never know what spiky ones are in there. See if my mates are here. Jesus. Bloody hell, that lead looked a bit long. Bloody hell. Oh, he's got an ankle biter. It's not so wet. I said it didn't rain much. This is another one of those pump houses that pump from the canals and rivers the water into the fields. They haven't filled these fields yet. Looks like they've just been ploughed. Yeah, that's the rubbish tip, the local rubbish tip. Oh, yeah. Now, one thing I see a few times when I'm going across the river over the bridge, there's sometimes a lady there with a big bag or something, and I presume it's her rubbish, and she just chucks it over the edge. It floats away down the river. Where she thinks it goes, I don't know, but there are dams at certain points of the river, so all it does is collect at the end there. And if you saw my video last week where I went a different route, great video that. Some great churches still decorated as Christmas, fantastic, so do check that out. It's from last week. The canal there was all sort of bunched up with the rubbish. Oh, this has been concreted. It's all been done. Look at these kids running away. Ongte, ongte. So yeah, basically the flow of the river has just carried it down, and it's all bunched up at the end where there's a little dam. There's all the rubbish there. It just looks terrible. It stinks. So I don't know what she's thinking. You think she thinks it's for the fish or what? I don't know. Look at that. That's nice, isn't it? It was here that I saw a picnic of teenagers with a barbecue. But you didn't see that because I looked down at my camera about 5 minutes after, and my camera had stopped. And it had stopped about 15 minutes earlier, so I missed it all out. So basically I didn't get to see, you didn't get to see that bit. It was just a bunch of teenagers, there must have been about 10 of them. Saying things in English. There's no beers or anything because they were only young. That actually reminds me of when I was backpacking through Vietnam. I went to a few waterfalls around the Dalat area. There's quite a few there. There's Pungo, and is it Datanla or something? I can't remember now. I'll look that up later. Pungo wasn't impressive at all because I was at the wrong season. It was just dribbling down the walls. But oh, actually no, it was Bumatot. I went to a waterfall there. A couple of things happened there, like. Firstly, the reason for talking about it is all the Vietnamese were in like big groups, all with picnics. There's another pump house. All had picnics, but they were drinking beer and rice wine and loads of food. That was really cool. Also, fantastic waterfalls. I did come across a good one in Dalat that had a lot of water, but the Pungo one, I think it dried up. I think the dam was set up earlier, so it wasn't pouring through. But anyway, I digress. Am I still running? Because I talk like forget about my camera. Tip number one: don't look down at your camera when the road changes. Bloody hell! Because these are all delves, like tracks. As soon as you go off it, am I bloody filming? Yeah. Right, where was I? Okay, so yeah, there was loads of groups of picnickers having fun, and I went into the waterfalls. Great laugh. This was the time when I was riding my motorbike through the country. I did that over 3 months. It was fantastic. Best thing I've ever done. But while I was swimming in this really cool waters, it was beautiful. I got all sort of I went back as I was, back to the bike. And I couldn't find my bike key, could I? Dickhead. I'd left it, I'd put it in my shorts pocket, gone swimming, lost the bike key. Oh man. But the funny thing about Honda Winds, the ignition box is it's pretty generic. I couldn't believe it. This guy just pulled it. I was at the car park and I was like, oh, I don't believe it. Head and hands. And they realised what was going on. And this guy pulled the key off his key ring, put it in the ignition box, turned the key, switched on, didn't it? Some random guy with a key turned my bike on. Oh, that's secure, isn't it? And lucky I'll keep this bike for the rest of the trip. But that was only about a couple of weeks in, because I was at Dalat from, oh no, it was about 3 weeks in, because I'd been to Mekong Delta and Phu Quoc as well. So Dalat was next up after Mui Ne. Actually, I went to Mui Ne when I was going from Mui Ne to Dalat. I'd left my passport at the hotel, didn't I? Brilliant. So I had to pay for a bus ticket to get my passport taken by bus from Mouinet to Dalat. Anyway, so yeah, the waterfalls bring up some good memories, some funny ones, strange ones. If you do buy a Honda Win, check under the key. Apparently a chopstick opens it as well. I've seen that done. So it's not really an ignition key, it's just a hole for anything to go in. So yeah, waterfalls, some great ones in Vietnam. And I did do a 5-day trip up in the northeast of England. That's where I'm from, northeast of Vietnam. And Ban Dot waterfalls was impressive, absolutely beautiful. I wished I could get a drone shot of it, but I didn't have a drone at the time. But and I didn't take video. I didn't know anything about YouTube. Not that I do now, like. But I was taking pictures mainly for the website. I went with one of my clients. Great time. I'd like to do that again, but this time as a video. Have any of you been up to the northeast? Ban Dot in Cao Bang, Mưu Vac, Dong Van, Ha Giang. Some great places around there. That's real Vietnam. Another pump house. See that? Plenty of them. Just pump it from the river into the fields. You can see that was starting to fill up. That'll be filled up in a couple of days, like the ones next to it. The river does look a bit depleted. Well, the next door neighbour did invite me for a beer before he goes back to Hanoi. That's the brothers that one got married 2 years ago and the other one got married a couple of days ago. They always invite me in for a beer when I'm around, so I might pop in for one with them before they go back. They'll be back for Tet. The wife and child of one of them, the one who got married a couple of years ago, will stay here and wait for Tet. No point in going back. So guys, thanks for joining us for this video. If you've lasted this long, thank you very much. Oh, look at that. When you see views like that, the water, the lily pads, the banana trees and the old style buildings with a bit of character, like this one, it is pretty cool living around here. I do have videos of the church with the drone, so if you'd like to see that, please give us a thumbs up. I wanted to do like a church series, do an overview of the church, walk around it, and hopefully get inside to see a service, but I still yet to find out what time they have the service, if it's really early in the morning or in the evening or what. So I'd like to get in. I've been to this one inside, but I didn't film much. There wasn't much going on anyway. If I can film a service, that'd be cool. Sit at the back, keep out the way. Should get out on my kayak one Sunday, eh? If you fancy that, give us a thumbs up or a comment down below. This is the pump house for our village. Pumps into that canal there. They've got a little lock there as well to release it down the channels. Look, they're all filled up now, so done his job for the next 6 months. Okay guys, if you have any ideas of what videos you'd like to see, it's probably going to be weekly, maybe one during the week and one on a Sunday, riding around so we can have our live chat. Do write in the comments below. Food, I may be doing 1 or 2 before we get monetized. Otherwise it could be another year. 4,000 hours is, we've got about 3,500 hours, so we just need 500 hours. But we also need about 500 subscribers. And it's taken 9 months to get into 500 now, so I don't live out much hope for that one. But at least we're trying. Right guys, I'll see you next week. Cheers, big ears. Kingfisher. Ooh. Hey.